All right, everyone, we are here with two very special guests. We are joined by Victoria Justice and Adam Demos. There we go. Whichever way it was coming out. They have a new movie coming out on Netflix called A Perfect Pairing. It premieres May 19th. And obviously, this movie is right up our alley.
Yep.
Nice little rom-com for everybody's souls. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
I'm excited. Yeah, Victoria, you've been on our show before. This is Adam's first time, so this is
be gentle.
Yeah, very exciting. But you're sitting in front of a beautiful landscape there. Tell us about this movie, where you guys shot, because I think that says a lot about what's happening in this movie.
Yeah, well, we filmed in Queensland, Australia, which is just on the Gold Coast, one of the most beautiful places in the world that I've ever been. It was truly such a dream to wake up and go to work every day because it was just so stunningly gorgeous. Adam and I had to pinch ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie is a really sweet, fun rom-com. I play Lola, who is a wine executive, and she's very passionate about it. She decides to strike out her own and tries to land a big client in Australia. And while she's there, she decides that in order to prove herself, she volunteers to work as a ranch hand on this sheep farm where she meets this rugged, handsome young man. It's I don't know. You want to take it from
Whole
there?
lot of cuteness happens after that. But yeah, we didn't use a studio. It was all location, and I saw parts of Australia that I'd never seen before, and got to work. And you're in scenes where you're literally just watching the sunset behind a mountain. Wow. So it's it's a real postcard to Australia for sure.
And we would be filming on location in Numbinbah Valley, and there would be wild cows just like on the mountainside, and like it was the craziest experience ever. It was amazing.
Very lucky.
How excited were you guys to find out that it was going to be filming on location? Because I feel like with some movies, they'll just like use different spots in California and tell you it's Australia. So what was that excitement like?
Yeah, here was the reverse. We used Australia as LA for some parts, but
that's right.
Yeah, it was unreal. It was really, like I said, just Australia is just one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. I can't wait to go back. And not only is the landscape beautiful, but the people are beautiful as well. Like physically, sure, but also just like such kind, nice people. Everyone in the cast and crew was so wonderful. It was just good vibes every day. Like I love Australians so much. I can't sing their praises enough.
Adam.
Yeah, and you're shooting in the studio. It just doesn't capture the essence of it, and yeah, everyone was so much more relaxed as well because you're shooting on these beautiful properties and, the countryside. And so it all adds to the vibe of the film, I reckon.
Yeah. It's hard to show up to work and have a bad day when you're like looking at those views, it's pretty crazy.
Victoria, your character, you're trying to get you're in the wine business. You're trying to get this business. You head down to Australia, and Adam, your character is a sheep farmer. Like what was working with these animals like? Is that something new for you guys that you haven't done before?
I've never worked with sheep before.
No, I've never worked with sheep before. I grew up on a farm, but like 130 acres, and it was like more of a hobby farm. So it was never a property where, that was our work. It was more just, sort of leisure. But it was fun. It was actually, we got to work with my little sidekick, the dog in the movie Arlo, and it's like he hits his marks better than some actors I've worked with. It was unbelievable. People say don't work with babies or animals, but like I beg to differ with the ones we got. They were awesome.
I loved working with the animals, and I loved working with the sheep. They were so cute. We actually had 3 sheep that were playing Barbara in the film.
You nailed that.
Yeah, she's my favorite character. Yeah. She really steals the show, I gotta be honest. But their names were Peanut Butter and Jelly. Peanut was the main star. But they were so cute. I mean, obviously, like they had a lot of stage fright. Like they're a little sheepish. And we would be
you keep nailing it.
No, they always, I mean, I got puns for days, guys, but they would just get really scared. Every time the sheep gets scared, they do the funny, like they like do the bah thing, but their tongues like stick out of the side of their mouths. Like they go like bah, like it's so weird. I don't even do it.
I'm so happy you just did that.
It's so funny. I don't know, but they're adorable. And
Yeah.
they're actually smarter than people think they are. So
That's amazing. And you guys got to work with animals, but did you also get to work with a lot of wine?
a little bit, yeah.
No
Fake
comment.
wine.
Yeah, it was quite lucky, and we got to shoot at a winery. My last scene was at the winery too, so I may have gone home with a few bottles.
A winery in Australia must be unbelievable.
I was gonna say,
Amazing.
like, can you think of a better setup for a romantic comedy than wine, animals, accents, romance? Like, I just feel like that crosses everything off the list.
Really.
Yeah, the writers really did us a favor. Like, everything was just perfect, and we reaped the benefits
pairing.
of it. Oh, go on,
Perfect pairing.
I honestly can't even take it. You've been just nailing it over and over again. Well, you guys, so have both of you worked with Netflix before? Because Adam, you did Sex Life.
Yeah, and another movie I remember with Christina Milian, I believe.
So this is Sex Life, Falling in Love in this one. So I mean, I love these guys so much.
The king of Netflix over here.
I was gonna say, once you're in, you're
bow
in.
down.
No, I hope to continue this relationship. They've been so awesome to me, and yeah, it's like you do it. Sometimes you can create something you're really proud of, but not hope people will see it. But with Netflix, that like the whole world's going to see it on the same day, and it's and the word of mouth, and my family gets to see it in Australia when I'm watching it here, and so I love them. I feel very, very grateful to be part of it.
Yeah, and same with you, Victoria, too, right? You had a movie come out last year, I believe, right? Afterlife of the Party. Yeah. That's great. So I feel like you guys are both locked in. That's great.
Yeah. And also, it's cool because Victorious as well had like this resurgence on Netflix where so many new like young people started watching the show, and it's really cool that like a new generation has sort of been introduced to that show as well on the platform. And like Adam was saying, it's just amazing. I think they have like 222 like million subscribers or something.
Wow,
so it's really cool as an actor to do like work that you're proud of and excited about, and then to have it available and accessible for so many people to be able to watch so easily is like the coolest. So,
I feel like
awesome.
it has to be like an actor's dream to get something that's on Netflix that everybody, like you said, across the world can watch. And also just the dedication that you see from people watching Netflix and the shows that come out on there and the movies that come out on there. People just watch them over and over and again. I mean, I know we do the same with all the romantic comedies that come out on there. So congrats to you guys.
On your time too. Like, life's busy, right? So it's like it doesn't have to be this one time at a certain day and that's it. It's like you can catch up, or word of mouth and all the things. So it's awesome.
Yeah, and Sex Life, like, Victoria, did you watch Sex Life? I feel like 67 million households watch Sex Life.
Yes, I saw the first episode. I was like, who is this guy? I'm curious, obviously, and it was very cool. But I was working on something else, and like life got super busy. But I need to watch the rest of the series. But he's amazing. I mean, he's great on the show, and he's such a talented actor and incredible. So I'm not surprised that people love him.
Any season 2 updates you could give us, Adam?
We just finished filming. I can't give you any updates because then my relationship with Netflix will be over. But
we don't want that.
I can say that it's the first season was pretty wild. This is topping it, that's for sure. We got some new cast in there who are unreal, and it's a ride. It's a wild ride.
How have you liked kind of mixing personal life with work? Because you and your girlfriend are kind of like couple goals, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh
yes, I would say so.
Thank you. We met as professionals, so it's like the job. The job comes first, and we'll just try to do the material justice, and then outside of that, I'm a very lucky man.
Yeah. Victoria, I also kind of love when I had like my brain just glitched and went back in time when you said, you were like, my character's name is Lola. And I was like, whoa. Whoa, this just took me back to Zoe 101. I was like, oh my God, you're playing another Lola. Did you think of that when you got the script?
I totally did. And I told our producer, Robin, I was like, I think we maybe should change this. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, but I feel like enough time has passed. It's not like, playing Tori and then playing another Tori.
Right.
That would have been like too close.
Yes.
But yeah, so I feel like there was a big enough gap and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to do Lola again.
Or in some world, and you may hate this, but some people may be like, well, this is just Lola later in her life.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's possible.
I think that totally.
I like that theory.
I think that totally plays. I like that a lot too. When you guys getting to be in Australia for this is so amazing. What were you guys doing on your downtime? I imagine it's a lot of outdoor activities. Like, did you guys do anything crazy? I don't know why I think of like extreme sports sometimes when I think of Australia.
Extreme sports.
I did not do any extreme sports.
Like I'm just so much open land. I think like ATVing, surfing, like real outdoor fun stuff.
I mean, well, when we were staying at Pepper's, that was like right on the beach. So I remember like sometimes on the weekends they would have like this farmer's market, and I would go to that.
Pretty outdoors.
I know.
Really hardcore stuff, guys.
No, you guys saw so many cool things on the weekends. I was like, when we left, I feel like Victoria saw more of Australia than I ever had.
I saw a lot. I went to like a wildlife sanctuary. I got to hold koalas. I snuggled kangaroo, like full on spooned a kangaroo.
You held a koala?
Yes, I held a koala, and they're so adorable. They're like little stoners. Like they seem like really out of it all the time because they eat their eucalyptus leaves, and it's I think kind of toxic for them. So they're just a little bit out of it. But they're so cute and sweet and gentle, and I just wanted to adopt one and never let go. But yeah, it was awesome. I like went to a rainforest. What else did I do? I did a lot of stuff.
And also where we were shooting, you feel like you were doing adventurous stuff at work. Like we got to ride the motorbikes and we're out in the property and and all that stuff. And I, especially because I hadn't been home for a little bit as well, it was a good chance for me to see some close mates and family throughout that. And, get the gift of employment on something like this, and then to be able to see friends, because I'm from another state. I'm from New South Wales. And so, I don't get to be up in Queensland too often. So I got to do a lot of that too.
I was going to say my knowledge of the geography of Australia is very limited. So I'm like, are you from close to where you filmed, or was
my knowledge of geography in general is very limited. So
where we filmed, it would be like a 2-hour flight south, and then another 2-hour drive is where I'm from. So yeah.
So how long did you guys film for? Because I'm very curious the turnaround on these kinds of films.
We filmed for like 2 months, I think, right?
Probably I'd say we filmed for like 5 or 6 weeks, but 2 weeks of prep. So it's usually like 5 or so weeks, 5 or 6 weeks.
We had to quarantine for
you had to do the quarantine. It was a little bit longer because Australia had the hotel quarantine and stuff happening.
Yeah.
So that's got to fly by.
What's that?
So that's got to fly by, because that's way quicker than I think people think in their heads of how long it takes to film a movie.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Oh yeah, they go quick. Yes. Filming it, it's like all of a sudden you're halfway there, and then you're mourning that it's about to be over. It's like you kind of blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah.
So which is great, and then it's also you wish you could go on longer, But I think it's always nice to leave yourself wanting more, as opposed to an experience where you're like, okay, let's finish this now.
Yeah. And have you guys seen the movie yet?
Yes.
Some people. So I was gonna say some people don't watch. Adam.
I've seen.
Yeah, there was some hesitation there.
I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I will on the weekend.
Yeah.
But I don't get excited to watch myself, but because I know what we did and I'm extremely proud of it. But it's like it's harder to just sit back and check it out.
Yeah.
But I will do it on the weekend.
Yeah, no,
but I trust Victoria.
Yeah, no, I saw it, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and he's great in it. And yeah, I'm super excited for people to see it. I think it's like really sweet, and it's just like heartfelt, warm, like feel good vibes, and it's funny and light, and yeah, I'm excited. Have you seen it yet or no?
I have not. I've not watched the whole thing, but I have. Even just from the trailer alone, I feel like there were a lot of good puns already from you that I could say just just
There are
from
a
the
few good
trailer.
ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But we will watch it because
we're-
we watch every single rom-com that comes out on Netflix. There's
Yes.
not one that
Without
passes
fail.
by
I
us.
like it.
there's really not. But
Fran's
You know,
registering how much
I
she
know.
actually watches. Like that, she
Well,
just took a moment right there. She was like, "Wait a second, there's really not one that we have missed."
Well, yeah, thank you. You know, you'll definitely feel good after it, and that's the intention, right?
Yep.
That's the
Yeah.
It's those movies have a real special place in the world,
Yeah.
and it's like to feel good.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what we all need right now.
Definitely.
honestly.
Yeah.
And I think Netflix has done such a great job with it because they make really good ones now when sometimes you don't see. People always say, oh, like romantic comedies, the genre. We don't see as many like out in theaters and all these things, but Netflix has just crushed it
Yeah,
with all
they're
the ones
taking over that spot.
that they make, which is great. And now you guys, like, Adam, do you spend more time in the U.S. now, or do you not get to go home to Australia a lot?
It varies, right? Because I was just in Toronto filming
Okay.
for 4 months, and then before that, I was in Australia for 5 weeks, and then now I'm here.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's like the suitcase is never fully unpacked,
Right.
but probably spend more time here now.
Yeah. And are you guys in L.A.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in
All
LA
right,
too.
That's and Victoria, you're based in L.A.
I am. Yeah.
How
I'm
do
in LA.
you love it there?
I love it. Yeah. What's not to love? I mean, the weather's great. It's beautiful. You got the mountains, you got the ocean. There's so much to do. It's just I love it. I love to hike. It's a great place. Great place to
You ever
live.
hike the wisdom tree?
Yes. Oh my gosh. That hike is really scary. It's very hard.
Thank you. Yes.
It's really narrow.
One time
I was like terrified.
yeah, I hiked it in Ugg slippers once because my producer
You're
By accident.
my
insane.
producer fooled me and said that it
It
was
was
just a
it was
little-
undersold to her.
Yeah, it was undersold. It was just a little walk, and I was wearing Ugg slippers, and I had to hike the wisdom tree in that. So
Oh
thank
my
you for saying it
gosh.
was scary because now it paints the picture for everybody else that has heard this story multiple
Yeah, it's
times.
like very narrow and
Yep.
steep, and you kind of feel like you could fall off the side.
Where
at
is
any
it? Where's
point.
the wisdom tree?
Where is it's like in Hollywood?
It
Hollywood
is.
Hills,
It's
right?
like it is kind of by the Hollywood sign, sort of.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you
All
gotta
right.
do this
I'm gonna do it.
one.
Yeah, you should
It's
do
cool.
it.
It's-
Try it
it's
out
tough,
and wear
but-
slippers
In
while you're
Ugg
doing
boots.
it.
Yeah.
You're
Exactly.
Australian, right? So like,
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Just put your sandals on and get on up there.
No
There
big
you go.
deal.
What do you guys have coming up? The two of you, I know, like just you guys are so busy. And Victoria, I saw you got a couple things in post production that look really cool. I feel like you've gotten to work with Jimmy Tatro a few times in the last few years, which is awesome because we're huge fans of him. I think he is so funny.
So funny.
I love Jimmy. He's great. He's so cool and down to earth and just hilarious and so talented. Yeah, I did California King with him,
Yeah.
which him and Travis Bennett, and it's a really fun like action adventure comedy. I play this like kind of badass character. She's like a little different than the other characters that I played, which is really fun to do. And another film I just did was called The Tutor, which is like a drama thriller. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm also working on music. I want to put out more
Love
music
that.
this year. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, there's some fun
Yeah.
Very
things.
exciting.
Adam, do you have some music coming out?
Yeah, actually, my solo album will be coming out in a couple of months. No, I might leave that to the professionals.
I'm guessing you can't give us any timeline on when we'll get Sex Life season 2. Do you even know?
He said he couldn't. He's
I
gonna
know,
get in
but I
trouble
can
with
push a
Netflix.
little.
No, yeah, you know that. Yeah, that's well above my pay grade, though. It's like I don't think that. Yeah, that's for the higher ups. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because I definitely know people are keen for it to come out. So
Definitely.
hopefully, but yeah,
Just hearing that-
we just
yeah.
we just finished so
Right.
like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so-
Hearing
we did
that
the
you
post-
rapped is good enough for me.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's all locked. So there's definitely another season
It's in the
coming.
can, baby.
Amazing. We love to hear that. Thank you guys so much
Yes,
for
thank
coming
you.
on, joining us. We're
Thank
pumped
you.
to. I know you guys have to do a ton of these, and you guys said that we were the first of the day. So hopefully we started off.
It's only
Good?
downhill from here.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has to
There
live up
you
to
go.
us. Everyone can watch A Perfect Pairing on Netflix May 19th. I think crack open a nice bottle of wine and enjoy it this
Yep.
weekend.
Please do. Please do.
It would be the perfect pairing.
I almost fell out of my seat on that one.
I had to hit one. I had to hit one too. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.